Okay, we're gonna start all over. It's Monday, June the 21st, 2021. It's 10 o'clock. This is a special call meeting, and we're here to deliberate and consider action on the following items. Discuss and approve resolution by the Commissioner Court in Newton County, Texas, authorizing publication of notice of intent to issue certificates of obligation, approving the preparation of a preliminary official statements, and a notice of sale, and approving other matters that's been there too. And I'm gonna let Mr. Ben take a minute.
Again, pleasure to be here and happy late Father's Day to everybody.
Speak up, hey man, speak up a little bit, Mr. Collins, where you can hear.
Good morning, everybody. For the record, my name is Ben Rosenberg with U.S. Capital Advisors, and glad to be here. And happy Father's Day, everybody that's here for yet belated Father's Day from yesterday. So I guess we started talking about this project 3 or 4 months ago. The county has a project potentially to work on, the need financing. They called us to invite us to help out with that project. We met with architects, jail consultants, an idea how much this thing is going to cost. We talked about the different instruments that are available, and the decision was to move forward with a certificate of obligation, and that is what we're doing today. The court is going to issue its intent, or provide a notice of intent to the public, and a notice will have to be put in the paper for 2 consecutive days, and then after 45 days, we'll be back here to have you approve the loan going forward if you choose to do that. So the handout there's 2 handouts. The one that was like this, I would talk about first, is so the timetable going forward. Today is the notice of intent. Notice goes in the paper for 2 consecutive weeks. At that time, we will start preparing the offering documents. The offering documents are what we publish in the market. The market is the internet and the underwriting firms that would potentially lend the county money. We'll also solicit a rating call from the rating agencies. And so what we'll do is we prepare the offering documents, and then they will in turn set a rating call, and it takes about 30 days for them to do a rating of the county. They use the offering documents to do that. They compare all the ratios and financial analysis they do on the county, and they will come up with a credit rating. And that credit rating is what will help establish the interest rates the county will get when we sell. And so during that time, we will be back here on August the 9th. Takes that time, and at that time is when we will do a competitive market sale, and we will present the results of that sale that morning. And so that needs to be at a regularly scheduled Commissioners Court meeting, and we need to have 4 members of the court present that day to approve the rate, because in essence, you're assessing a tax rate to cover the debt, a dedicated tax rate to cover the debt. And so you need 4 commissioners to be here on that day, August 9th. And then we do that electronically. It's all done, like I said, in the market. I'll be here in front of the county auditor's office. You can watch the bids come in up till about 10 o'clock. Now, bankers are sort of lazy. They don't like to work real early in the morning. So we're going to have the bids due at 10 a.m. and when the court meets. And so if you have your regular meeting, if you get done with your agenda items, you need to go into recess. You can't adjourn. It's very important. You have to go into recess. So it needs to be at a regular scheduled meeting. As soon as I can tabulate all the results and come in here to present that to you, and it's all done down to the 6, 7 decimal places. Who has the lowest interest rate in the county is going to win the bid. So that's what we're going to recommend that you would award this sale of certificates to. And once you approve that, then the bond lawyers take all that, get it approved by the Attorney General, render their opinion on the tax exempt status of the bonds and the notes. And then within 30 days, about September the 9th, we have the funds wired into the county bank account. So that's the way the process works going forward. Based on our discussion last week, I redid the analysis, didn't give copies, right? So, worst case, we did 12 million rather than 10, and with no increase on the values, it still comes out to about, 6 cents on the dollar. There we go. And, what I was also able to do, here it is in that first year, lower that first payment by $250,000. So you're going to still be paying the amount of money to ship prisoners. So if you show that first year, your tax rate increase will only be about 3.5 cents, a little over 3 cents, not the 6, because you're still out of that money that the county is paying. You're going to reduce your operation costs the following year by $250,000. So in essence, your increase in rate overall will only be about 3 cents. But going forward, you have to dedicate the full 6 cents to cover the debt first. But if your overall operation cost goes down, you can lower your M&O tax by the corresponding amount. So, but I have to show you the full tax effect. And that's with no increase to values going forward, a little bit over 6 cents. So that's the revised analysis from when I was here last week. Any questions on the dollars, the timing, steps we need to do, go forward?
We went 5 to 6%.
5 to 6. But in the first year, only 3.
Right.
Because I reduced that payment by $250,000 for the same amount of money you're having to pay to ship, the money you're spending on prisoners now, to ship prisoners. And if that money goes away next year, that's, I think, a rough estimate. Right? We don't really figure in the cost of the travel on your vehicles and the wear and tear on your, on your vehicles and gas and everything else. But, so it might actually, if you can lower your maintenance and operation costs even more than the 250 in your overall tax rate, you have flexibility how you set that. So, this is just amount would be dedicated to the debt. But you can control your maintenance operation costs by locking in your cost for your jail here and not paying for somebody else's jail somewhere else. That payment will be fixed for the next 20 years. So again, today, the only action you're taking is just notifying the public this is our intent. Put a notice in the paper. You're not committed to borrowing the money today. We're not committing to August. You have still some time to think about that.
They got 45 days to come up with a petition if they against it.
If they so choose.
Because the revenue that the county can bring in with that, being housing prisoners, and the money that we're going to pay housing prisoners, you take it and you rotate that money around and maybe 300,000 or, yeah.
I don't,
Yeah,
that
I've been
better than
putting
me.
it in.
It's good.
We'll be good. We can just let the public know.
Question from Mr. Ben?
Sounds good.
Hearing none, I hear a motion.
I make a motion.
I second.
Motion been made by Mr. Benson and second by Mr. Thompson that we approve the resolution provided in statement number 1. Any discussion? All in favor? I vote. Number 2 is discuss if appropriate to approve and take necessary action for the recognition of the bid received for precinct 4 road material PW 4805.
This is the one that we extended because we had the LSU Anyway, we ended up having just 2 bids, and I have given Mr. Thompson a copy so that he could look at it. We got Gulf Coast and Vulcan. Vulcan did $33 per ton, and Gulf Coast was $27.50 per ton, but it's $100 an hour to ship it. Isn't that what it seems?
No, it's, per ton.
Per ton, okay.
It's, Gulf Coast
Oh, the $12.50
is on $12.50 a ton above their $27.50.
So that amounts to $40 a ton,
Actually, Vulcan didn't get it that way. They bid it delivered.
all in one, all delivered in one. So after talking to, Mr. Thompson, we recommend Vulcan to be chosen for this project.
Gulf Coast is a better fit for me being out of Jasper and all, but, this price, you can't justify going to.
No,
Are grade 1 and 2 the same? What's it?
There, one is a little more fines in it than the other one, I think. I'm not versed enough on it to tell you the real difference. But, it does meet the TxDOT spec.
Does it, is this a FEMA?
yes,
The FEMA requires type 1.
yes.
So type 2 is out anyway.
So whenever he orders it, he has to specify type 1.
Okay.
I don't know. And he didn't either.
Where's Vulcan out of?
Oh, my. They got their own warriors. It's, that's what Gulf Coast say the difference is.
So that's who you recommend?
Got to on account of the price.
Have you visited their plant, or do you know any?
I bought a lot of material from Vulcan in the last, since I've been in office.
Oh, good.
Your motion.
I make the motion that, we use Vulcan to, accept their bid for this job. Job PW 4805. Precinct 4.
Motion been made with Mr. White, second Mr. Farley, we select Vulcan as a supplier for, precinct 4 material, road material for PW 4805. Any discussion? All in favor? 5-0. Hear a motion to adjourn. Move.
Second.
Motion been made by Mr. White, second by Mr. Thompson, to adjourn.
You know the ton,
15.
you know the ton. Which ton is it? Is it 22 ton? 15 ton?
Well, no, we're looking, huh?
They did a 22 ton, almost 23 ton. And, they did a 16 ton. Sir.
That resolution just about.
Right.
You want a copy of it?
Oh, 15,000. And he's, well,
Oh, you want a copy of it? I'll get you one.
I don't, wait a minute, no.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See that, what says 22?
Yeah. 22.
So who's right?